I know you want.
Natural. Act natural. I said natural, not dead.
I am. I'm naturally dead.
Hey everybody, this is SequelCentric Tidbits, where we give you 2 lucky scoops of news from the interwebs about your favorite franchises that are going to be dropping sequels. I'm Sandra, and he is the corned beef
And cabbage.
and cabbage to my extra tasty mashed potatoes. Nate,
Hey.
how's it going, bud?
Well, usually on Tidbits, it's some sort of food reference, and on the movie reviews, it's some sort of, 2 people in the movies.
Yeah, but you had to pick cornhole beef.
Well, it's a favorite from Mother Tucker. Want to welcome all the new people that have subscribed and found us in the last couple days. Thank you very much. Also want to thank all of our regulars. Like Fernando, who's been there from the very beginning. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. And what are we supposed to do with that bell?
Click that bell so you don't get left out on any upcoming videos.
Yes. We will stumbling.
There
out of
he
the gate.
is. There he is. You're already
If
stumbling.
it's not one stumble, if we don't have one good stumble within the first 5 minutes, it's not a traditional Tidbits episode. You want to throw up the pick?
What?
I like to
Which
mention
one?
before we get on to the Tidbits that when we were recording
yeah.
our Patreon episode of the 8 comedy movies from the 80s watch list, forgot to add one of Eduardo's, which is Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That was one of his 8 picks of comedy movies from the 80s. So
There you
wanted
go.
to rectify that. On to horror news.
Oh, bored.
Zombieland 3 could happen in 2029, says director
No, I'm
Ruben
bored
Fleischer.
because I don't have any pictures to post.
My quick opinion, why so long? It took 20 years from Zombieland 09 to, Zombieland Double Tap. Whatever. Legendary director John Carpenter says there's been discussions about a sequel to his 1982 classic, The Thing. Thoughts, Taylor? Shouting out you, Taylor, at work. Taylor's a big horror buff, so there's your free shout out.
Trouble's here.
Uh-oh.
Stuffy.
Excellent. Be ready for your hot takes.
Yeah, I hope you're watching.
Want to read some miscellaneous news for Big Mama Blake?
Miscellaneous news. Okay, this is coming at you, Big Mama Blake. Quantum Leap reboot. Pilot finds its director Helen Shaver from Station 11. What's your thoughts, Big Mama Blake?
Saying she's so big, she can't.
No, you have an S there, so even though what I said was different than what you wrote, I saw the S in my brain, decided to,
Big Mama Blake's thoughts.
Yes.
Okay. Shout out your thoughts, Big Mama Blake, in the chat. We'll read them.
Am I reading the other one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tom Hanks, Robert Zemeckis, and Eric Roth are getting together to do a graphic novel of Forrest Gump. Okay. After years of failed attempts to get a sequel off the ground.
I didn't even know they were trying to do a sequel.
I didn't either. I didn't think it needed one.
I think some
I think
movies
the story
are self-contained.
Yeah,
You know?
and that's one of them.
like we just recently watched Caddyshack on Netflix, which is going away at the end of the month, and it was good, self-contained story. Why they wanted to make a sequel.
My Big Mama Blake says she's in for the Quantum Leap.
Gotcha. On to some Netflix news. Cobra Kai season 5 wrapped up filming back in December of 2021, so we may see an earlier release than the traditional end of the year schedule. Medea Homecoming is the 12th movie in the franchise and is on Netflix right now with special guests, Mrs. Brown's boys and her daughter Kathy. That was, I think that's the first time I saw one whole Medea movie all the way through.
Oh yeah, well that's because we like Mrs. Brown's boys.
Yeah.
For those of you that aren't familiar with that, it's a comedy sitcom that's over in Ireland in the UK. It's hilarious.
Usually the Christmas episodes are pretty funny.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay, on forward. Stranger Things will be ending after season 5. Season 4 will be split into 2 parts. The first part should be dropping on the 27th of May. So,
okay, thanks guys. They can see us.
Excellent. Okay, throw up the next.
I was
picture.
concerned because this just keeps. So,
throw up the next picture.
Oh, next pick. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
That 90 show, the sequel to that 70 show, will be 10 episodes on Netflix.
Ooh, your head's in the way.
My head. How's that? This is a leaked photo from the set with Kitty and Red on the set. What's your hype level on this?
Well, I didn't know about it, that they had even thought about doing something like that. So, it should be interesting. Hopefully, it won't. I mean, from what I heard, the '80s show was a flop.
Yeah, it was kind of a spin-off. And it lasted one season.
But if they're using some or all of the same cast from that '70s show, then I would be into watch it.
I would say that was a good series. It fell off after Eric. I can't think of his actor. After he left, it went downhill after that. But you got a good, solid 4 or 5 seasons. So, it almost started towards the end. It almost seemed like a little bit like Friends, you know. Everybody was sleeping with one another. I mean, Jackie was with Kelso, then she was with, can't think of his name, with the glasses, Hyde, and then she ended up with Fez. Amazon news. This is all you.
This is me.
Yeah.
Why are you asking me the question? You read it.
Now read it.
Oh my gosh. So on Amazon, we got the trailer teaser. Or not.
I don't know if it was a teaser trailer or was a real trailer of the Lord of the since Amazon spent several $1 billion to license out the Lord of the Rings.
I'm so confused.
Property. I know. What happens when you're dealing with a lefty, righty, lefty brain? Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. The trailer dropped a couple of weeks ago. What are your thoughts and hype level on
I'm
this?
super hyped because I am a huge fan of Lord of the Rings.
This is what's supposed to be taking place during the second age of...
Yeah.
I don't want to say man, but the second...
The second age of Middle Earth.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks. Galadriel was in there. She was like climbing up a mountain or something. That looked kind of interesting. I'm very curious. Which of the characters from the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit are going to appear in this show. So it's very interesting. Action news. Aquaman himself, Jason Momoa, joins the Fast and the Furious franchise for Fast 10.
Mr. Yummy.
Yep. And Brie Larson wants to be in the Fast and Furious.
That's Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, she was also in Scott Pilgrim. And I just recently found out she was in another movie.
Yeah. She's been in a lot of movies.
She was in one of the Jump Street movies.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thoughts? About Jason being in it or Brie Larson wanting to be in it?
Well, I'd have to see the first 9 before I could say.
No, just start with
Okay. You know what? No.
We're getting trolled by what are we getting trolled by?
I don't know. Porn.
Naked HD.
Porn.
Whatever. You never know what's going to happen.
While
you're,
what I'd like to say.
While Sandy's banning people, let's get on to Kill Bill Volume 3 news. We got an update from Uma Thurman herself recently on the Jess Craigle show on Sirius XM Radio. Uma says, Quentin and I have had many talks over the years, but don't see it on the immediate horizon. Now, this kind of breaks my heart because most people that kind of know Quentin Tarantino, he's only doing 10 films and he's already done 9. So,
sorry, I'm being entertained.
Well,
What?
Before we get on to your news, Disney news.
Ooh, Disney.
What's going on in the chat?
Your sister's being your sister.
Excellent. That's all we need to know.
A mouth.
There is a door left open. If anybody's seen the Kill Bill series, you know that the bride, Beatrix Kiddo, goes on a rampage, and one of the her teammates that she killed had an offspring. And in the movie, she says, well, if you feel the need to kill me, come and see me when you're all grown up. So, plus, they're talking about, if they do a Volume 3, that Uma Thurman's real daughter, who's in Stranger Things, will play her daughter in Volume 3, which is always interesting when you got, like, Eddie Murphy Coming to America. One of his daughters was one of his daughters in the movie. So when you get that connection there, it kind of, you got that familiarity, and it strengthens the bond a little bit better for better acting, in my opinion, based on nothing. Okay.
We're on to Disney news. No singing. No humming. What'd you do to your dog?
Stay on target.
No,
Focus.
I don't want to. Disney news. Okay. I'm putting in my thoughts before I even say anything, before you drown my voice out. I saw this teaser this morning and I made my eye twitch. There we go. The teaser trailer to Chip and Dale's Rescue Ranger movie on Disney Plus dropped a couple of weeks ago, although I just saw it this morning. Thoughts and hype level to this pseudo sequel to Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Or spin-off, whatever.
Spin-off, whatever, yeah.
You got cartoon.
I'm not done reading. Release date is set for May 20th on Disney Plus. Now you may speak.
Yeah, it's like the Roger Rabbit movie. We got people interacting. In the trailer, you saw like My Little Pony in there. And they mentioned about how when CG animation was going on, it was kind of wonky and stuff. I'm glad we have Disney Plus because I'll watch it.
I did like the line, though, in the trailer that they showed where, is it Chip that asks Dale, you look different.
Yeah.
And Dale was like, yeah, I got the CG surgery.
Yeah. So
that was
Chip,
classic.
the one with the black nose, is still traditionally animated.
Yeah.
And then Dale had the CGI facelift per se.
Yeah, I had the CGI surgery.
Yeah.
That was clever.
But check out the trailer. You see a lot of even another huge surprise. Paula Abdul and MC Scat Cat.
Oh yeah, from the video.
From the video,
yeah.
Opposites attract.
Yeah,
so
I love that song.
We might have to do like SequelCentric quick thoughts or quick picks or something on that one. On to the next.
Stupid. Next one up is Percy Jackson and the Olympians series, which was greenlit over a month ago. Will start filming June 1st in Vancouver. What are your thoughts and history with the books or movies?
Didn't know about the series until the first movie came out. I'm big like Efren is about Greek mythology. In fact, was it on Amazon where we watched Jim Henson's The Storyteller Greek Myths?
Yeah.
So I've always enjoyed those
Michael
stories.
Gambon.
So this has a modern take on it, and in this movie, Uma Thurman played Medusa. So,
Yeah.
seeing the second one all the way through. I think I've seen the first one. Haven't read any of the books.
Well,
So,
I know what we're watching for lunch today.
so I'm hyped on that. Yeah, we're watching Venom.
Oh, Carnage.
Let There Be Carnage, because that was Eduardo's movie pick for March.
Oh, yeah, and we have to do that. Thanks a lot. You want homework? Anyways, moving on.
What are your what's your history with books and the movies? Same as me?
I've not read the books, but I have seen the 2 movies that are on Disney Plus. And I too, I do like, Greek mythology and all that. Fascinating.
Yeah.
So, I'd be interested in seeing this next one.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
On to the next bit of tidbit news from Disney.
Do you like these multi-word answers from me instead of yes and no?
Yes.
Thanks.
Or maybe no.
Thanks. Oh, wait. Someone said something.
You want me to read the next one while you're...
I'd make Steffi an administrator to, she could be in charge of banning the people, but, I don't know if I want to give her that kind of power.
You don't want to give her that, yeah. So. She's already got enough power that she's got her mouth. Love you. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Great segue. The Rocketeer, talking about space and flying.
Reports of a sequel to 1991 Rocketeer. The premise of the return of the Rocketeer involves a Tuskegee, never heard of that word, airman who unexpectedly inherits the jetpack of the original Rocketeer. Original movie takes place during World War II. Thoughts, Nathan?
I like the...
Yeah, that's it. Pancho Villa. Thank you.
I like the original one quite a bit, because it, to me, it reminded me of other older hero movies like The Shadow or The Phantom, Flash Gordon. Didn't have... I'm not saying Batman has superpowers, but he's got a lot of money, a lot of gadgets. So it's just, a guy doing good things, finds this jet rocket. Actually, Timothy Dalton is in this movie. Mr. James Bond himself.
Oh, him. Okay.
Yeah. So, and testing the airman was the all African American Air Force during World War II.
Yeah.
So there's Red Tails. There's a movie about it. So I think this is an interesting concept. I like the first movie. I think they IDW did some comics on it, but it's it's a great concept. It kind of fits into like with Captain America.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Yep.
And
the next one is Indiana Jones 5 or The Curse of Harrison Ford Hurting Himself is now finished filming. Release date, maybe 2022, most likely 2023. Yeah, I showed the pic. Okay.
The reason why you got Tom Selleck on the left and Harrison Ford on the right is originally Tom Selleck was going to be playing Indiana Jones, but he decided to go with the Magnum PI TV show. But in my opinion, if you want to see Tom Selleck in an Indiana Jones-like movie, watch High Road to China. That, in my opinion, has all the makings of Indiana Jones, just minus the whip. But, another biplane type of movie. So I'm expecting 5 to be a complete disaster.
I'm going to have to put your sister in timeout.
What's going on before we get on to Willow news?
Eduardo says, homework. And your sister says, I don't want to do any more homework.
Oh, let them battle it out like a Royal Rumble.
She's not doing homework.
You don't have to do homework.
I know.
Unless it's Deadpool or Bill and Ted Strike Back for the Patreon episode.
What's
Stuffy. Willow news.
Willow is a 1988 fantasy adventure movie from George Lucas.
Directed by Ron Howard.
And directed by Ron Howard. But you didn't have that in there.
I know.
And a sequel TV series is scheduled to release sometime this year on Disney Plus. Here's a picture. There you go.
What are your thoughts?
It's either been a really, really long time since I've seen the movie, or I haven't seen it all the way through. I remember the premise.
Yeah.
I remember like parts of it,
Yeah.
but I just I would be interested in seeing this series. I could see them doing a series.
Warwick Davis is coming back.
Yeah, him.
AKA Wicket, AKA Leprechaun.
AKA.
I want to know if Val Kilmer's going to come back, because he was the
That's
main
right.
hero
He
guy.
was.
Before he played,
Batman.
And
Hi, Batman.
I think he played a sniper in some movie. So, and then the Iceman in Top Gun and Real Genius.
Watch me.
I am curious. I am so curious. It's been a while since I saw the movie. Enjoyed it a lot. It was good. This movie was the closest we got to like a Lord of the Rings type movie before Peter Jackson directed the Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to, and if I recall correctly, it's a good movie. I don't know if the special effects hold up. Obviously ILM's in charge, but it's a really great movie. Sort of like if you took, with the wand and everything.
Yeah.
Even has a little bit of that Wizarding World Harry Potter vibe a little bit. What's going on?
Your sister's testing my power.
What is she saying?
She says, "You will not put me in timeout."
Put her in timeout. Put Stuffy in timeout. And just when we're getting to the good news, Star Wars. John Watts, director of the very successful movie Spider-Man No Way Home, is reportedly in talks with Disney Plus to direct a Star Wars series. I find that quite interesting. Have not seen the movie Spider-Man No Way Home, but I've heard it's a very good sequel. The Art of Star Wars, The Mandalorian, confirms that Disney Plus series almost feature coaxium, a substance introduced in the Han Solo spin-off movie. And for me, it was almost like...
We're allowed to say that?
What?
Coaxium.
Coaxium. It's not like coccyx.
Oh.
But no, when they used the coaxium in the Millennium Falcon, spoiler alert, it was the way they took off. It reminded me of Ludicrous Speed in Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the hell was that?
Heading on to more Star Wars news. Hints and rumors that Ian McDermott returning as Emperor Sheev Palpatine. How would you pronounce it?
Ian McDermott.
There you go.
Dermot.
Returning as the Emperor Sheev Palpatine in the Obi-Wan series. Thoughts?
I would be upset if they had anybody else.
Yeah, exactly. You want to read this bit of Star Wars news since you found out about it the other day, and
Yes,
I did not?
Yes, I did. Wow.
Yeah, normally I gather about 95% of all the news, but Sandy found
when I
this.
do find something, like, I already knew that. Whatever.
Normally, but not this time.
Okay, so
Yes, I'm orange
Bad
green.
Batch Season 2 delayed, says Disney. Nate?
I think it's a good idea. We just came off of the book of
Boba
Boba
Fett.
Fett. Obi-Wan series is coming up, plus, the prequel to Star Wars Rogue One. Yes, it is a Star Wars movie, Steph. Andor.
There was a huge debate last night.
So I'd spread it out. Just spread the wealth. Just pace it out. Like we're doing with the Marvel TV shows. Just pace it out.
Yeah, and I agree. Disney is being smart about it, and about the releases, so as not to overwhelm their viewers.
Sometimes like that. Give it a. Even if you gave it a month, people are so with the success of The Mandalorian.
Right.
And it took a year for another one. People are ready. So this is stuff coming off.
Yeah.
So people are hungry and they're doing it right. I know a lot of people weren't happy with the sequel trilogy, but there's a whole bunch of kids where the sequel trilogy is their Star Wars. Like our Star Wars
was the original
my nephew Jacob and Andrew, the prequels were theirs. So, so this is good that things are getting back on track. But when you have a franchise that's over 40 years, you're going to get highs and lows, and even with the Star Trek franchise, you know, some people like OG, some people like Deep Space Nine. Some people don't care for the action-paced Christopher Pine Star Trek movies.
Yeah.
Let's head on over to Marvel news.
Uh-oh, Stuffy got quiet.
Did you ban her?
No,
Oh.
I never did.
Oh, I thought you banned her.
I was going to,
Okay.
but I decided not to.
With a snap, let's get to some Marvel news.
Marvel news. Ow. I can't. Ow.
It looks better with the Infinity Gauntlet. Don't hurt yourself. Are you trying to get more views?
No.
By hurting yourself?
No.
Everybody likes to
Well, you know,
Like
Harrison Ford can do it.
but at least you're doing it on camera, like Jackass. What you get, everybody likes to see
I
someone
don't
get
want to see. I don't want people seeing me be a dumbass.
Okay, well,
Oh, am I reading this?
yep.
Avengers Endgame is the final Avengers movie, according to Marvel boss Kevin Feige.
Foggy.
I can't ever say.
Foggy! He's a little rascal.
Okay.
No, that was Froggy.
What's next?
Well, next news is Deadpool 3 news, so hopefully
Uh-oh. Here comes. Do I get to do it now?
throw it up right now.
I gotta find it.
Hope you're by your phone. You're going to make
Ready?
just throw it up. Boom. You're live on Sequel.
Stuffy's hot take.
What is your hot take about Deadpool 3?
Silver balls,
Yeah?
chrome dome,
Yep.
shiny Jesus.
One more? That's it? Oh, the reverb. Okay, gotta go. Bye.
feedback. No, you just have to tell her to turn her speaker down.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. So there we go.
God damn it. There's no... Sorry.
Ryan Reynolds says Deadpool 3 script is coming along, and Deadpool does not make an appearance in the new Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
The bots are out today.
Talking about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. The rumor that Captain Carter from the What If series on Disney Plus is supposed to be in the movie, and Patrick Stewart, aka Professor X, his voice is in the last trailer from Doctor Strange.
Oh, okay. Hang on. I gotta get to my...
Next time when I call you for your hot takes stuff, turn down the volume.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't get our Deadpool pick. Sorry. There you go. I was too
There you go.
busy.
That's for you, Stuffy.
Oh. Okay.
Let's head on over to DC/Warner Brother News. You're up.
Warner Brother. Sorry. Suicide Squad sequel, directed by James Gunn, was rejected by Scott Eastwood after getting some advice from his famous father, Clint. Okay.
Maybe he thought, don't do it, son, because, you know,
You go out on a high. Uh-oh. You gonna call it? There you go.
You're live with SequelCentric again. What's going on?
Again.
Stuffy's hot take.
Yes.
The Juggernaut will not be making another appearance.
Okay. Is that it?
Well, because he got electrocuted and stuff.
Yes. There you go. Thanks.
Silver balls, chrome dome, shiny Jesus.
Thank you.
You're quick with that button.
In case anybody didn't hear it the first time. Okay, Matt Reeves does not want to rush the Batman 2 after the success of its predecessor.
Problems?
Yes.
Oh, Batman too. Okay.
Well, yeah, it's currently. I've had a few coworkers ask me if we've seen it, and I said no. Got too much too much sequel-centric work to do.
Yeah.
So homework, Patreon episode. So want to see it. Would like to see it. Maybe we'll see it when we switch over to when we ditch Netflix 1 month for HBO Max. Yeah, it looks interesting. It's been getting great reviews from what I heard. You want to read the next one?
Hugh Grant joins Timothy Chalamet in Warner Brothers prequel Wonka, and we have a picture of him in costume. There we go. I'm trying to read, and you've got Windows. Movie is scheduled to release in 2023. Next year.
Yeah. Hugh Grant, I think he's best known late 90s, early 2000s that,
Victor Roman.
Yeah.
He says, cheers, Nate.
What's going on, Victor? Another buddy I work at with work.
Bye, Mama Blake.
See
Mama
ya.
Blake has to go.
Getting too crowded? I'm still a little leery about this whole prequel of the, most people like the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with Gene Wilder.
Well, yeah, from what the
most
70s.
people don't. Yeah, most people don't care for the Tim Burton version with Johnny Depp.
He's a little creepy.
Yeah. The Charlie, the one that Tim Burton directed, follows way more closely to the book. But I think Gene Wilder made Willy Wonka a little bit more whimsical. The only disturbing part about that movie was the boat ride with all the images in the background, and none of the actors knew what was going to happen. So all those reactions are genuine reactions to the kids and the adult actors, especially I think chicken's heads getting cut off or snapped off or something. Yeah. Everything else about that, the OG one, is good. So sequel-centric picks. I'll let you go with this one.
The trailer for Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney Plus dropped the other day, and OMG, am I ready for more Ewan McGregor as the calm and collective Jedi Master?
Yes, and legendary composer John Williams is returning to score some of the show, which I read this. I'm totally excited. I thought he was going to retire from composing mainly Star Wars after The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
So, and the music that's been done for The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, I've enjoyed thoroughly. So,
yeah.
This was an amazing piece of news. When is the Kenobi series supposed to drop?
May 25th.
And you know why that is so significant? So significant?
It's another Star Wars day.
Yes, that is when the original Star Wars Episode 4, or just Star Wars, as it was called back then, started.
Star Wars.
May 25th, 1977. That's where it all began. So, pretty hyped. Go check out the trailer on YouTube or wherever else, but it looks really good. There's some, was it the fifth brother or seventh brother or seventh sister? And so you got some Inquisitors in there. You got some, Obi-Wan looking, Ewan McGregor looking, starting to look more like Sir Alec Guinness, haggard. So I'm kind of curious if he's trying to stay low key, if he's going to try to do a hand move underneath the table or something to help people.
Really?
What?
Chris Chamberlain says, I heard the Grand Inquisitor doesn't look too good, or at least not how he's portrayed in the animated series. Haven't seen the trailer yet, trying not to spoil it.
Yeah, the voice of the Grand Inquisitor in Rebel Season 1 is Jason Isaac, who plays Draco Malfoy's father in the Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. But then again, I just,
Well, in the Book of Boba Fett, a lot of people didn't like how they did Cad Bane. I thought it was pretty good.
It was good enough.
But again, I'm easily entertained.
If it's already live action and you go to animation, that's easier. It's trying to even Ahsoka, her
Ahsoka
tentacles.
was harder for me to accept.
Disney's going to start crossing stuff that's been in the animated series over to live action and
yeah.
just tell their story. And sometimes it's been proven, even by J.J. Abrams, that people really liked the practical effects in Episode 7 over the heavy CGI stuff that George Lucas did. But George Lucas has always used his movies to push the boundaries of new technology.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to tell now, but he was pushing stuff forward with the original trilogy, and a lot of the CGI stuff that you see now, like in Percy Jackson or big ass tidal waves or like Deep Impact or whatever, that all came from, all the stuff that George Lucas did.
Yeah, Chris liked Cad Bane too.
That's it for Tidbits for March. Before we sign off, let's see what's going on in the chat.
Nothing new. Last thing was Chris saying that he loved Cad Bane and,
Chris,
and Ahsoka.
Super Dick Mac.
What?
Super Daddy Mac. Super.
He started, not me.
Super Dak. Super Dak. Super Mac Daddy Supreme. Super. Okay. I lost my. Okay. That's it for March Tidbits. Thank you all for showing up, popping in and out, whether you heard hot takes in the chat or in person from Stuffy. We're off to record Tidbits after party for all of our Patreons. How does that?
You know.
I know.
What's wrong with you?
Stage fright? I don't know. You think
stage fright?
Oh, well, I don't know. We're almost a year at doing Tidbits. You think I'd nail it by now, but part of the charm is stumbling out of the gate.
Stumbled out of the gate, through the gate, and
for all of our
line.
friends like Victor, how can they get Tidbits after party, Sandy?
By joining Patreon for $1.
For $1, you can get after party and all the extra tidbits. Thanks for watching us. Enjoy hanging out with you guys. Hope this content helped you for stuff. Okay, what's going on in the chat?
Chris heard what you said.
Yeah.
Super what, man?
Hey, maybe I'm doing you a favor.
Super. You put an eggplant, which I think.
Yeah.
Means,
Exactly.
Eddie's laughing.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Thank you for supporting us in any level. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and click on the little bell so you know when the hot disaster is going to hit, whether it's...
Am I going to have to make a filter for, when we slip up with the language?
Yeah, maybe. Well, that's a little slip, and we'll still be under family friendly.
Yeah. They say that on TV now.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button. It'll help this channel grow.
And the bell.
Don't forget the bell. And the next movie review that we're going to do is Venom, the Let There Be Carnage, which was selected by Eduardo at the outrageous tier. So look for that this month. And you just got to ask yourself this one question before you go.
Does it sequel? Bye, everybody.
Excellent!